you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
They'll leave it with him. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Grab behind the line. It's Milner. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Jackson will throw. That's caught. It's Milner. Turning it on. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Racing down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Illinois went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Illini ever do that? Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Milner. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Send that offense back onto the field. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. They'll leave it with the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oh, that is a throw that is just gonna haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is gonna haunt this quarterback tonight.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's gonna take off. Keeps it and gets the first down. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Now, in the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson will throw. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Ready? Break. Double. Let's go.
They'll give it to the back. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
This offense has it with really good field position. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Caught over the middle. It's Richardson. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Longhorns! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll go back to work on offense. Sticks it in his belly. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fullback's got it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Looking to throw for it. Got his man on the right.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Longhorns will hustle for the line. And that one's incomplete.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
I think everybody wants to go for it in this situation, but you got to actually do it, and you got to be comfortable with the consequences if you miss this. Obviously, he was. Conversion's good. Nothing to write home about. No fans upset. Everybody happy. All right.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Quickly out to the tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. There he goes to the right. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Milner. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson will throw. Right on the money. Creates a little space. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Razorbacks in the hurry up. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier is going to remember that.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Verrier. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He breaks a tackle.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up.
Oh, he's got just. He smashes his way through again. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll bring it out. It's Allen. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Check. Red 70 black saw. Red 70 black saw. Ready.
The big fullback's got it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down.
Mouse choice. 33 mouse choice. Let's go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast.
Breaks into the open. Running through contact. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. UCF pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Knights did. A busy day in the Mountain West and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Got the first down and more. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
To the ground, he's got it again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Off play action. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. We've got to execute, and we've got to lock in.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Jackson will throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side. Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas! The defense putting points on the board. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting a hammer down right now with the lead. The defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
13.
Coming out with it, it's Allen. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. The 20. The 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Utah was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Utes team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They've got the screen set up, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Jackson will throw. Finds his tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Razorbacks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Looking for a deep man. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't